Hello everyone, welcome back to Nagamandala. We are beginning the Act 2. We have completed the first act. Today we are beginning the second. Before that, let us refresh our memory. This is an overview of Act 1. Apana and his bride Rani comes to live in the village. Apana is unkind to Rani. He locks her in the house and goes to his mistress, while Rani remains in the house all alone. Apana returns only for his lunch. Kurudava, the blind woman, who was the friend of Apana's mother, visits Rani when her husband is away. Kurudava gives her two magical roots which will help Rani to attract her husband. Rani's first attempt was unsuccessful. In the second attempt, Rani pours the curry containing the root to the anthill in front of her house. A king cobra living in the anthill falls in love with Rani. After that, the king cobra visits Rani during the night in the appearance of Apana. This character is called Naga. Naga is kind, loving, and romantic. Rani falls in love with him. However, she notices the difference in the character when Apana visits her during the daytime. The first act ends here. Act 2. The beginning of the act shows that the romantic relationship between Rani and Naga progresses. Rani feels shy about the passionate approach of Naga towards her. Naga explains to her that it is very natural. In a poetic language, Naga says that every male and female creature in the world gets attracted to each other when the right time comes. See this passage uttered by Naga. Naga says, frogs croaking in the pelting rain, the falling rain, the sounds of the frogs during the falling rain. Tortoises singing soundlessly in the dark. Foxes, crabs, ants, rattlers. Here means cricket, ചീവീടുകൾ. Sharks, swallows, birds, കുരുവികൾ. Even the geese, the plural of goose, അരയന്നങ്ങൾ. The female begins to smell like wet earth. So, Naga describes various creatures in love: foxes, crabs, ants, crickets, sharks, swallows, geese. And the female begins to smell like wet earth, the fragrance of the mate. And stung by her smell, the king cobra starts searching for his queen. So the king cobra gets attracted by the fragrance of the mate, begins searching for his mate, his queen. The tiger cries for his mate, bellows for his mate. Then, when the flame of the forest blossoms into a fountain of red, a description of forest fire, fire being a metaphor for sexual urge. And the earth cracks open at the touch of the aerial roots of the banyan. See the imagine a banyan tree. The aerial roots of the banyan tree comes down, and when it is about to touch the earth bursts open in order to capture the roots. It moves in the hollow of the cottonwood, in the flow of the estuary. Estuary means a place where a river joins the sea. The dark limestone caves from the womb of heavens to the dark nether worlds. See, various places are being described. The hollow roots of the cottonwood, in the flow of the Eusteri, the place where the river, the see the combination of coming together of the joining of the river and the sea, the limestone caves from the wombs of heaven to the dark netherworlds, the underworlds, various places, everywhere. He is trying to say that everywhere we can see the urge to make love join together. Then, within everything that sprouts up, grows up, stretches, creaks, and blooms, in everywhere there is a growth. Those who come together, cling, join together, fall apart, separate lazily. It is there and there and there everywhere. So, the contents of this whole passage is that the urge to make love and join together can be seen in every creatures in the world. In every places it can be seen. Moving on, the Rani is surprised at this long verbal rendering of Naga, that she expresses her wonder. She offers a comparison between Appana of the day and the Naga of the night. Rani says, goodness, goats have to be sacrificed and buffaloes slaughtered. That is, sacrifices should be conducted to get a word out of you in the mornings. At night, how you talk. See the difference between Appana during the daytime and the Naga. And Rani, for Rani, it is one and the same person. Rani thinks so. And sacrifices should be conducted to get a word out of the mouth of Appana during the daytime. But night, how you talk. Moving on. Kurudava, the blind woman, visits Rani to know about the result of her experiment. It was when Naga went out of the house in the form of cobra. Kurudava's son Kapana sees the snake and is alarmed. Knowing that her husband is now very affectionate and that their love life started, Kurudava is very happy. While returning, Kapana is frightened seeing a spirit. Kurudava had seen the not Kurudava, Kapana had seen the spirit before. However, Kurudava do not believe it is a spirit. She thinks that it is some village girl with whom Kapana is in love. Kurudava is very much possessive about Kapana and hates him forming a relationship with some girls. She tells, when you talk like this, that is, when Kapana talks about some women, I feel we are falling apart, we are separating. It is a fear that I have never felt before. This line shows her possessiveness towards Kapana. You will study that this is Oedipal complex, about which you will study in psychoanalytical criticism in methodology of literature. Next day, Apana sees the dog dead. Then he brings a mongoose. It is also found dead. Naga was also severely wounded after the fight with the mongoose. He was absent for 15 days after that. His body was full of wounds, partly healed. However, Rani never questions him. He had noticed that when the husband came during day, there were no wounds on his body. Rani is doubtful, but she is patient enough not to ask anything. She is waiting to confirm whether the appearance of Naga is an illusion of her. Then one day she finds that it is not a fantasy. So we will stop here for the time being. And meanwhile, read the second act up to where we have discussed today. That is page number 99 till the end of the first paragraph. Thank you.